Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Bridget Trong.
Thanks, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. My non-Irish eyes are definitely smiling on this beautiful Thursday. With some variable cloudiness and a high of 13 degrees, it's definitely time for the wearing of green. Now let's turn to our 5-day weather forecast before we get back to the Humber TV newscast. We will stay lucky today with cloudy periods and a favorable 11 degrees in the evening, but fear not, the temperature will only be dipping to a low end of 9 and raining. On Friday, enjoy a high of 10 degrees with variable cloudiness. Saturday will cool down with a high of 6, but some sunshine will provide us with some brightness. On the first day of spring this Sunday, the temperature will remain consistent, but Monday we'll see some spring showers and unfortunately the sun will be absent. Sarah, Mike, and to all of our viewers, have a shamrocking day on this lovely St. Patrick's Day. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Bridget. Turning now to national and international news. Muammar Gaddafi's forces have almost regained positions on rebel-held spots across Libya. Intense fighting around the rebel-held city of Ajdabija has left 30 people dead and at least 80 injured. Gaddafi is advancing his troops before the UN places sanctions on Libya's airspace. Some reports say the Red Cross is going to leave as Libyan forces try to oust the rebels.
Back at home, Air Canada has announced it will be cutting 6 domestic and international flight paths due to rising fuel costs. The 6 eliminated cuts will take effect starting May 1st and include Ottawa to Thunder Bay, Calgary to London, Ontario, Ottawa to Washington, Montreal to Washington, Calgary to Chicago, and Calgary to San Francisco. The airline will also start using smaller planes and will reduce the frequency of flights on other routes to cut costs.
Custom delays at Pearson Airport have prompted criticism of staff and the facility's effectiveness. The airport was swamped with travelers Wednesday evening as people waited for up to 2 hours to clear customs. Some estimated up to 5,000 people were stuck waiting. Canada Border Services says the long wait times can be attributed to a convergence of flights and higher passenger loads. Increased traveling this week due to the March break may also be a contributing factor.
Honda Canada is recalling 3,600 2011 Honda Civics for possible damage to a fuel pump module in the gas tank. Honda says internal testing shows a valve inside some fuel pumps could cause a gas leak. 9 2011 Acura CSX vehicles are also being recalled. No crashes or injuries have been reported in relation to this defect.
And now with your sports news, here's Steph Springer.
The Humber Hawks are on the court today, kicking off their bid for a national championship. The CCAA tournament gets underway today in Durham with the 3rd-ranked Hawks playing at 3 o'clock against the 6th-ranked Mount St. Vincent University. In pro sports, every game is a must-win for the Leafs, and last night they did just that, picking up a huge victory against the Carolina Hurricanes. The Leafs got 2 goals and an assist from captain Dion Phaneuf and great goaltending performance from James Reimer. Top prospect Nazem Kadri centered the center line with Joffrey Lupul and Phil Kessel. Kadri didn't register a point, though, and found himself riding the pine for most of the 3rd period. With last night's win, the Leafs are now 4 points back of the final playoff spot in the East. With just 11 games remaining this season, the time is running out for the Leafs' playoff hopes. One team that isn't worrying about the playoffs is the Vancouver Canucks. With their 4-2 win over the Colorado Avalanche last night, the Canucks are the first NHL team to clinch a playoff spot. Also with the win, they claim top seed in the Northwest Division, ensuring them a home ice advantage in the Western Conference. The Canucks currently lead the NHL with 103 points. And let the madness begin. Today marks the start of the NCAA Division I basketball tournament. 32 teams will be tipping off today, with the remaining 32 playing tomorrow. If you're having trouble filling out your tournament brackets this year, Barack Obama has some presidential advice that could just bail you out.
Final game, Kansas and Kentucky.
Okay.
That's the game right there.
All right.
Obama picked Kansas last year, only to have them lose in the 2nd round upset to UNI. The Detroit Pistons shut down the Raptors last night, 107-93. In their St. Paddy's Day green, Toronto scored the first basket, but found themselves down 20 points by the 2nd quarter. Rip Hamilton was Detroit's top scorer of the night with 24 points, while Rodney Stuckey helped out with 14 assists, a career high. Andrea Bargnani led the Raps with 20 points. The Jays beat Pittsburgh Pirates 5-3 last night in their 18th preseason game. The Jays' Kyle Drabek pitched 5 innings and gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, while home runs came from first baseman David Cooper and third baseman Edwin Encarnacion. You're now up to date in the world of sports. Now back to the newsroom.
Thanks, Steph. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Richard Hinkson.
Coming up in entertainment, theaters will get a fresh slice of pie, Palin is PO'd, and Avril sells for fourth. All this and more after the break.